Hello, my chicklets. Welcome to day 21 of AU August. Today I've got a shorter story for you. It is full of cuteness and fluff, so no warnings here. Let me read for you Missing Constellations. There were many things in this world that Logan enjoyed. Museums, debates, space, but modern art was not one of them. He simply didn't understand it, and no matter how his boyfriend tried to explain it to him, Logan simply couldn't wrap his mind around it. Despite his distaste for the medium, he knew that Janice was an art connoisseur, which is what led him here, standing at an art gallery showing. It was wonderful to watch his boyfriend mingle and make friends. He tried to look at a few paintings to keep himself entertained, but eventually he fell to people watching. There were a lot of people here, dressed in elegant clothes, obviously used to the art show scene. He could read the pretentiousness off of half of these people. But there was someone sitting off to the side, dressed in slacks and a patchwork hoodie, with a sketchbook in his hands. Logan was curious, as his eyes flittered up to look at people and then back down to the sketch pad. The few moments that he could see the artist's eyes, he was surprised by the way they shined and sparkled. There was a deep intensity to them. He was transfixed. He wanted to know more about this artist, what made him so passionate, what made him focus so intently on his art. "Did something catch your eyes?" Janice was whispering in his ears, strong arms wrapped around him. "Simply an artist. I don't want to bother him, but I'm curious. I believe his name is Virgil Montenegro. He specializes in surrealist art, fairly new to the scene, and most of his pieces are purchased by the movie producer Remus Regalia." "So he does a lot of macabre pieces?" Janice nodded. "And a few landscape pieces. You might enjoy those. Do you want to see them?" "Yes, please. I didn't know there were landscape paintings here." "You didn't think I would take you to an art show with only things that I would enjoy, did you? You know I wouldn't complain if you did. I like seeing you happy." Janice smirked, but there was a bit of fondness in his eyes. "You're mocking my interest." "Not at all. I simply haven't seen you this interested in something since you were interested in me." Logan blushed deeply, looking away from Janice. It had taken him longer than he wanted to admit to realize that his infatuation with Janice had been more than just interest in a debate partner. Janice loved to tease him about that. "I doubt that this is any kind of romantic inclination. I am simply interested in his art." "Sure," Janice chuckled. "You continue to tell yourself that." Logan would have frowned at him, but found himself in front of the most beautiful spacescape painting he had ever seen. "You didn't tell me he painted space scenes. I wanted to see the face you would make when you saw it. I was thinking of purchasing this for us to hang in the bedroom. You know, we have that space above the bed." "It would be gorgeous there," he said with a smile and a nod. "Very well. I will lift my one painting per show rule because I have a feeling you want something else as well." "Perceptive as always." Janice kissed Logan's cheek and began to walk off to speak with someone about purchasing the galaxy scene, leaving Logan to marvel at it. He was certain that many of these stars were actually in their correct place, but something tickled in the back of his mind. "Can I help you?" a rough voice asked from behind him, and Logan turned to see none other than Virgil Montenegro, shoulders raised in defense. That simply wouldn't do. Logan was an admirer, not an attacker. "No, I was simply admiring the position of the stars." "Yeah, I tried to get them as accurate as possible, but there were a few I intentionally changed." "Fascinating. Any reason why?" Virgil just shrugged, but Logan could tell there was more to the story than that. "I'm Logan, by the way. It is a pleasure to meet you." Logan held out his hand, and Virgil gently shook it. "Same to you. So what brings you here? You didn't look at all interested in the art." "My partner is very interested in art, so I come to indulge him. Listening to him talk after the shows is often a highlight of my week." "Oh." Virgil's shoulder slumped a little bit, and Logan couldn't help the pull that he felt. "Would you like coffee sometime? I would love to discuss this painting further, especially since we are purchasing it." "But you have a partner." "Yes, but that doesn't prevent me from going out to coffee with other people." The artist bit his lip, considering it for a bit, the purple fringe of his hair falling into his eyes. "All right. 1 coffee. Just to discuss the stars. Wonderful. Logan pulled out his phone, handing it to Virgil with a new contact created. Sure, Virgil muttered, putting his phone number in and closing the app, looking at the background art. That's pretty cool. Thank you. It uses subtle coloring for the polyamorous flag as well as the bisexual flag. My partner had it commissioned for me. Virgil's eyes lit up as he handed back Logan's phone. Oh. Logan just smiled softly. The slight darkening of Virgil's cheeks made him smile further. Yes, so, coffee. Next week? Yeah, I would like that a lot. And he sounded a lot less reluctant this time. Logan smiled, and not because he had a date with a cute artist, but because he had someone he would be able to discuss space with. Of course, that was the only reason. Thank you all for listening. Again, this was The Missing Constellation. I do hope you all enjoyed it, and I hope you have a wonderful day.